Hello, initiate. When people don't move, they rarely say they're afraid. They say they're confused. It's too complex. I need to understand more. I'm not technical enough. Complexity sounds intelligent. It feels responsible, almost virtuous. But most of the time, complexity is not the problem. It's the shield. The majority believes that understanding must come first, that clarity precedes action. Initiated ones know the opposite. Action creates clarity. Understanding follows movement, not the other way around. Every system looks complex from the outside because you're seeing everything at once instead of interacting with one small piece. Complexity disappears the moment you reduce the scope, but reduction requires a decision, and that is what people avoid. The truth is uncomfortable. Most people don't wait because it's complex. They wait because moving would force them to take responsibility. Responsibility for being wrong. Responsibility for changing their self-image. Responsibility for admitting they waited too long. So complexity becomes the narrative. A socially acceptable pause. Initiated ones treat complexity differently. They don't try to master the whole system. They identify the minimum viable interaction, the smallest unit that allows participation. They don't ask, how do I understand everything? They ask, what is the smallest action that teaches me something real? Because real understanding is tactile. You don't learn systems by reading about them endlessly. You learn them by touching them, by making small mistakes, by seeing how things react, by feeling friction. This is why initiated ones don't fear complexity. They fragment it. They break it down until it becomes manageable. The majority stares at the whole mountain. Initiated ones take the first step. And here's the irony. The longer you avoid complexity, the more complex your eventual entry becomes. Because the system keeps evolving while you stay static. Interfaces change, narratives shift, rules adapt. So when you finally decide to act, you face not only the system, but your own backlog of ignorance. That's when panic appears. Initiated ones avoid this trap. They enter early when complexity is still optional, when mistakes are cheap, when learning is quiet. They accept that they won't understand everything, and they don't need to. They understand enough to proceed. The majority wants mastery before movement. Initiated ones want momentum before mastery. This single inversion changes everything. It turns fear into curiosity. It transforms complexity from a wall into a landscape you cross step by step. And the first step is never complex. It's simple, almost disappointing, so small that it feels insignificant, which is precisely why it works. Because it bypasses ego. Because it bypasses overthinking. Because it bypasses the need to be certain. The system doesn't require brilliance. It requires participation. And participation starts small. Meanwhile, start with a Satoshi.